G'day guys, how are ya? Welcome back to another in-store video. So sorry for the lack of updates lately, or the lack of videos. It's just been really crazy here. We had Easter, we had a number of staff off. We've been running around like headless chooks. It's really been nuts. So thanks to everybody for coming in and supporting the stores and picking up some new fishing gear and helping us out. And yeah, so just makes it a little bit hard to make videos when I'm so busy. But today I've come in a bit early and I'm going to give you a look at a couple of new items. We've been getting a lot of stock in recently. We've been restocked with all your favorite stuff, but we've also had a couple of new items come in. So today let's have a look at a couple of the items that we've had come in and let's get straight into it. Now, before we get started, I just want to give you a heads up on a deal that we've got going for the month of May, and it's with Daiwa reels. So if you purchase any Daiwa BG, BGMQ, or Saltist MQ, Daiwa is offering a cashback deal. So depending on what reel you buy, you can either get $30, $40, or $50 cash back if you buy it from TackleWest. All you have to do is come in, purchase your reel, you upload your receipt to Daiwa, boom, you get your cash back. It's as simple as that. So there's a little deal running for this month with Daiwa reels, so perfect time to get yourself a new reel. Now the first product I want to talk to you about this week is the all new braid from Nomad, and it's called Ammonite. Now this is a specifically designed jigging braid. It's available in PE2, PE3, PE4 and PE5, and it comes in 300 yards and 600 yard spools. So the breaking stream is very high for the size of the line. So PE3 has 44 pound breaking stream, which is actually quite a high breaking line. PE2 is 39 pound breaking stream. But the line itself is extremely smooth. This is one thing I've noticed when first picking up this line and having a bit of a feel and a bit of a fish with it. It's very smooth, it winds onto your reel very nice, and it's quite a nice line to use. Now this braid has a 36 times weave, and it's an 8-ply braid. So it's very, like I said before, it's very smooth. It is an extremely tight weave. This is one thing you notice when you're actually feeling the braid, and there is a difference between feeling braids. You know, some feel very soft, some feel very hard. When you do feel a couple of different brands, you do notice the difference, and some feel better than others. This is one of those braids that feels really nice. Comes off the reel really easily. It lays line, or the reel lays it very well on the spool. It's definitely been one of the nicer braids that I've used, and it's very reasonably priced for the quality of it. I think it's probably, for how much the braid is, I think it should be priced a little bit more expensive because it is that nice. Now, one thing that's really good about this braid is just how thin and slick it is. So for jigging, it allows the line to sink faster and it allows your lure or your jig to get down to the depths quicker. That's one thing I know. Some braids, especially in the cheaper end of lines, they tend to hold water and it actually creates a lot of drag. So your lure or your jig getting down to the bottom will take a little bit longer, and there'll be obviously a lot more line drag. And it sounds pretty minuscule or whatever, but it is something that happens, and it is something that you do notice when you're using the lesser quality lines. So the big benefit with this Ammonite braid, if you're switching over to this when you're jigging, is just how quickly your lure is going to actually get to the bottom. You know, being such a slick line, the line, there's less resistance, and your lure is able to get down there quicker, and you're able to fish that ground more effectively because you've got less drag on your line. And it does. No, it doesn't might sound like a little bit of BS, but it does definitely make a difference. The one thing I don't like about the braid, but I can put up with because the braid is so nice, is just the colors. They are a gray, blue, black, and it changes every 20 feet. So generally a lot of your Japanese lines, they're a multicolor braid with some brighter colors, and they change every 10 meters. I'd prefer a slightly brighter braid, just if you're doing any casting. I know it is more of a jigging braid, but if you're doing any casting, you can see it a bit easier. And just in general, I think a brighter braid looks better on the reel, but I can put up with it because it is a really good quality line. And if you're looking to spool your reels up with a new product and a new line that's just come out, then check out the Nomad Ammonite. I definitely recommend it. We've been selling a lot of it and we've only got nothing but good reports. So it's in store now, it's on the website, come and check it in, bring your reels in, we can spool them up. Now we're going to take a look at an all new lure that's just come in from Daiwa, and it's the little 40 mil Kadachi. Now this is a new, well, another lure in the range of their incredible in-feet lures. If you've been keeping up to date with all of the latest Brim lures that Daiwa have been releasing, I think they're really nailing it. Like, all the latest lures that they've been bringing out, they are premium quality, they work, they've got great color ranges, they cast well, they catch fish, everybody's raving about them. But this new little Kadachi looks great, and I'm gonna give you a look at it. So the new Kadachi is a 40 mil Finesse floating shad. Now it's similar, it's not entirely the same, but it's similar in shape to an SX40. So it's a very good sized general brim fishing lure. They dive down to about 1 meter to 1.5 meters deep, depending on how you rig the lure and how you're actually winding it. But they got a nice tight action. The color range is epic. I'm gonna run you through some of the different colors, but the color range, they've really hit the nail on the head with the colors. They come fitted with BKK hooks, so you've got good quality, strong hooks. And I just think Daiwa in general, if you look at all of their brim lures, fit a purpose in the market. So you've got your little chubby rolling cranks, you've got your double clutches, which are your more slim jerk bait, you've got your little small crankbaits like these. They've got a lure for most situations, and all of the lures swim really well, and the color range throughout all the lures is like I said, on the money. That one's quite a nice little one. You got the all new sheer red. Now the reds are really popular color, especially for the guys fishing at night, but that's a cracker. One of my favorites is this little matte prawn, and this is something that they're doing in a couple of their lures as well, is they're actually giving them a matte finish. So generally with lures, we normally see them with the glossy clear finish or a full reflective finish like the reds. But these matte finished lures are something new from Daiwa, and I think the lures come out really well. I've actually had a customer in the other day and he was fishing one of the, I think it was the matte Suji prawn or one of the matte prawns, and absolutely killed it. He reckons every time he'd put the matte color on, he'd be getting hit straight away. He'd go back to a different color, wouldn't be getting anywhere near as much attention. So maybe it's something to do with the color, maybe it's something to do with the lure, who knows. But the lures do look really good, and it gives them just another alternative finish. So we've got the full range available in both stores of the Kadachis. You can come and check them out. If you're into the brim fishing, give them a crack, let us know how you go. I'd be very interested to see how this lure performs with you guys. Now, everybody loves bloody pimping their reels up, and I do too. And if you've been into the store, you'd see Matt's reels. They're actually his reels that he keeps in the cabinet. And they're all pimped up with all the latest Daiwa SLP works gear. The super popular egg knobs. These things, we can't even keep these in stock. That we get them and they literally fly out. If you're buying a Saltiga overhead lever drag reel, or if you just want to upgrade any of your Saltiga reels, you got to get yourself one of these. They are killer. They look great, but the biggest thing is they're super comfortable to use. If you've got a Saltiga lever drag, they come with a stock standard T-bar rubber handle, and I mean, look, hey, it's fine to fish with, but if you want to upgrade it, you want to pimp it out, you want it to be more comfortable, Saltiga, SLP work egg knobs, they're back in stock. We've got a fair amount of them, so get yourselves in here. We can put them on for you, that's not a problem. Bring your reel and we'll fit it for you. But back in stock. Now, if you love good quality gear and you love good quality lures and collecting good quality jigs and stuff like that, then you're gonna know about this brand. And if you don't know about this brand, it's called Lamble Bait. Now, they make a range of they're pretty well known for their jigs. They make a range of stick baits and casting lures as well, but we're talking about the jigs today because we've actually increased our range. They've been really popular. Had a bit of an ask for a few more sizes and a few more colors, so we've delved in and put a bit more of a range in there. So as you can see, there's quite a few different sizes and styles and colors here. A lot of the jigs are ideal for demersal jigging, and they're designed for slow pitch demersal jigging. So you've got the Kadachi 2. This is quite a good little short fat design jig. This black one is actually really well, works really well. You'd be surprised. You wouldn't think a black lure would work good, but I think it's the contrast in the water that makes it work. But these are great for when there's a lot of current. So these are available in 105, 135, 165 and 195 grams. And when there's a lot of current, the jig is short and fat and it allows the jig to get down there quickly. So the Kadachi 2. Now, this is one of the most popular ones and it's been around for a long time, and it's the King, the Lamble Bait Howley King. Available, we have them in the 105, the 125, 165 and 200 gram sizes, and they come in these pretty epic glow colors. So there's a glow blue. We have my all-time favorite is the glow pink. This thing glows like mad and the fish absolutely love it. And then you've got some glow oranges, glow chartreuses. They have quite a good range of different colors. Okay, next up in the Lamble baits, we have the Howley Longs. Now, the Howley Long is like it suggests, a longer style jig. It's a much skinnier profile and is really good for speed jigging, or if you want a bigger profile for demersal fish. So they're quite a flat jig. They've got a wide action on them, and they're available in 150, 200 gram, 230 gram and 260 gram, and the same amount of cool colors. This one's probably one of my fave. It should be a sardine with the glow blue yellow stripes. But they're another one to keep an eye out for when you're in store next. So moving back over to the reels, we've just had a whole stack of Saltigas arrive. Like the order that we had arrive the other day, the amount of reels that we've got, we're not running out of them anytime soon. Well, hopefully we do run out of them soon, but I think we'll have stock for a fair amount of time. So all the Saltiga lever drags in the, well, we've got the whole range, but the 10s, the 15s, the 20s, which are the most popular size for all the guys bottom fishing and jigging. We've got a stack of these back in stock. Now, these are probably one of the best little lever drag reels going. They're braid ready. The drags are ideal for fishing with braid. They hold a lot of line. The free spool on them is awesome. The reels are fully machined. They got machined stainless gears. The drags, like I said, it's made for braid fishing, but they're quite a powerful drag. So you can really put the brakes on the fish, but I've been running these since they've come out and I can't fault it. It's been a really good reel. I've used the LD10. If you've watched a lot of our previous videos, the LD10's been the main one that I've used for all of my jigging and my bottom meat fishing, and it's been a great little reel. But the whole range, like, they've got something for everybody. So if you want heavy jigging, you can look at the 55 size, which is a big one. They've got LD60, LD50, which has been really popular for guys that are trolling for big mackerel, wahoo or pelagics. But Saltigas, if you want Saltigas, come and see us. We'll set you up with the right gear. We've got heaps of them in stock, so you know where to come for Saltigas in Perth. Now, moving on from reels, we're going to take a look at a range of new rods that we've just received. We've been running them at our Beckingham store for about a month now, and we've decided to put them into stock at our Osborne Park store because they've been really popular. Now, the brand is Millerods. They're designed in Australia by Ian Miller. Now, he's renowned for being a top-class tournament angler, and he's a top-class Australian rod builder, and he's got a whole range of rods. But now the ones that we're focusing on are the Brim fishing rods. Now, these rods are designed for tournament anglers looking for specialist brim fishing rod. Now, there's a range of different models throughout the whole series of rods, specifically designed for certain styles of fishing. So we have the Bass Freak, which is a short 6-foot rod designed for fishing structure. fishing heavier little vibes and soft plastics where you have to pull the fish out of the reeds. We've got finesse fishing rods like this one here has been really popular, the XFLC, which is a great flats fishing rod. It's got a little bit of extra length to it for casting those little hard bodies long distance. There's quite a different range of models, so if you're into your brim fishing and you want to treat yourself to something real nice, come and check these out. We've got the skeleton reel seats, which make them real nice. They're very sensitive, so when you're flicking you can feel absolutely everything. But Millerods, it's a new range of rods. You've got to come and have a feel of them. They're kitted up with all Fuji componentry. They're top quality rods, so that's another new set of series of rods that we've just had come in. Next on from the rods, I'm just going to show you one thing. It's not super exciting, but it's just good for the general fisherman, and it's pre-made rigs. Now, pre-made rigs, good quality pre-made rigs. I mean, there is some on the market, but there's not stacks of really good quality rigs. Now, I went to the guys at Angler and I said, hey, like, we need some really good quality, just standard rigs. So he's come back to me and he's made me a whole stack of different rigs suited to our fishing. So we've got surf fishing rigs for tailor and salmon. We've got really good quality, just standard paternoster rigs, 2 droppers and a loop on the bottom. We've got live bait rigs, so if you're fishing out at the fads with single hooks, just stock standard live bait rig with fluorocarbon leader. Wire traces for fishing with a guardie out the back of the boat, we got those. The one rig that's been really popular, and he's done a really good job on them though, is the deep drop rigs. So these are all done locally, made with good quality gear. The rigs are reasonably well priced, but remember, you are buying a premium quality rig. You know, the deep drop rigs have been, mate, we've been trucking through these and they're great value. And shark rigs, we've got heaps. So not super exciting, but when you're in store next, if you need to have a couple of extra spare rigs in your tackle box, check them out, because the quality is definitely there. The price is reasonable on them, and we've got there's actually quite a lot of other ones there to choose from as well. So Angler pre-made rigs, check them out in store. Anyway guys, that's some of the new stuff that's come in over the past week. Thanks for tuning into this video. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. Really appreciate the support from everybody coming in and shopping with us. It's really great. Make sure you say g'day when you're in store, and if I don't see you in store, I'll see you out in the water. Thanks guys.